Anime, you've let yourself down. Again. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst anime of 2018. For this list, we're diving back into the bottom of the barrel and seeing what kind of animated swill this year has cooked up for us. Needless to say, they really dropped the bar this time around. 2018 has been an absolute roller coaster of a year. Congratulations! Congratulations! Click the link below to find our best and worst of 2018 videos for a look back at all the awesome and crazy things that happened. Number 10, Martian Mansion. Taking every stale trope out of the magical girl handbook, this unimpressive attempt at whisking us away into a storybook world filled with fantasy and wonderment doesn't even come close to the others in its genre. We've seen this plot a million times before, the characters and gags all fall flat, and its lack of imagination is only matched by its degrading animation quality. In a medium this saturated with sparkling, pure-hearted girls who only live for fun and friendship, it's kind of impressive that this series could stand out as such a failure. Number 9, Cutie Honey Universe. We're not angry at you, honey, just severely disappointed. Whereas Devilman came back with a tour de force of a reboot, Go Nagai's other iconic character didn't really manage to get out of the starting gate. They could have done so much with a femme fatale like Honey, integrated so many details, and expanded upon so many subtexts. Alas, it falls woefully short when compared to other entries in its franchise. Stick with Cutie Honey for now, and give this one a hard miss. Number 8, Lord of Vermilion, the Crimson King. Never in a million years did we think we'd long for the days of a big order, but here we are. Otherwise known as the Scarlet Stupidity and the Carmine Clown, this is yet another example of a series presenting a somewhat decent idea, only to fall at every hurdle due to terribly written characters and a nonsensical narrative. Evil fog, hidden powers, 2 warring factions trying to recreate the Earth, and a protagonist who's only good for screaming out the names of the cast. Honestly, the show would have been a bit more tolerable if they actually went full grimdark. That's how terrible it is. Number 7, My Sister, My Writer. Thought we were over this anime. How after Eromanga Sensei, we agreed to leave the incest barrier alone. And what do you give us? A series that can't even be enjoyed as entertaining trash due to its abysmal quality. You've got your run-of-the-mill sibling duo who are just dying to bump hips, plenty of side characters who would probably make for far better love interests, and a plot farted out from Oremo's remains. Oddly enough, the biggest reason for the show's failure would be the visuals. The dip in quality after the first episode is atrocious, to the point where the brother-sister action isn't the most disturbing thing on screen. Number 6, Hakyu Hoshin Engi.
I won't hand over the human world to such a myopic brat! You're just a naive child!
When an adaptation is so bad that it leads to a petition being launched by dedicated fans, then you know you've royally flubbed up.
You know it's going great.
Don't lie to me, you fool!
Not hard to see why, as what was supposed to be a fantasy series filled with rich lore and epic battles was cropped and rushed out in such a sorry state that nobody really had any idea what was going on.
This little feature converts any water into top shelf boost, so thanks for that attack. I got a nice little buzz from it.
Collecting the spirits of demons? China being controlled by an evil spirit? Some idiot flying on a hippo? Trying to follow this convoluted mess might give you whiplash.
I don't exactly remember it happening that way.
Number 5, the 1,000 Noble Musketeers.
残りも一緒に探してね。
残り?
Ah yes, the age-old concept of taking inanimate objects and turning them into sexy anime characters.
Oh my god!
Hey, if it worked for legendary katanas, then why not guns? While it's clear that the aim of this anime was to entice the female demographic with as many bishonen beauties as possible, seriously, just how many characters did they fit in this thing? It doesn't give you the excuse to dish out a series of such laughable quality. Don't be surprised if your husbando of choice is suddenly missing a mouth in one scene.
Oh, Shadowville! 久しぶりだな.
お久しぶりです。
Number 4, Between the Sky and the Sea.
ストライクおばちゃんグッジョブ
This anime may have gained infamy due to the supposed gender politics of the initial episode, but don't let that detract you. There are way more reasons for why you should give this anime a pass.
女が宇宙漁に出るなんて100万年早いんだよ。とっとと帰りな。
With the premise of fishing in space, you would have thought that we'd be in for a hilarious sci-fi adventure from the get-go. Nope.
ゴーゴーゴーゴー縛ってあげるね
Most of the time, the characters' feet are squarely placed on terra firma, while they go on about how fish are the greatest things in the world, while also reinforcing their archetypes. The art may catch your eye, but there's nothing of substance to warrant giving this series a second glance.
やれやれ一件落着ぴょん
Number 3, Conception.
わかった。俺一生懸命頑張るから。だから俺の子供を産んでください。
Just when you thought video game adaptations couldn't get any more padded with substandard shows, along comes this sleazy little number.
開かずにするのよ
The premise? Oh, you know. A great evil that needs defeating, and the only ones that can do it are a bunch of super-powered children. However, since there seems to be a lack of willing male participants in this vast fantasy world to create said children, it's down to your average student to hop on over and start getting intimate with every lady he sees.
こういう時に何か気の利いた一言とかないわけ
行く時は一緒だよ。
It's kind of amazing to come across an anime that probably would have gained better reception if it was an actual hentai.
息できた。
Number 2, Himote A House.
飼い猫の絵西にゃーん猫ちゃんもいるんだいいね
If you're looking for some exquisite 3D CGI trash to watch, then you're in luck, because this supposed slice of life has it in spades.
うまくいった人辛い
We would go into the repetitive nature of the narrative, how its comedy doesn't exactly measure to others with similar premises, but is there really any point?
もっとごと兵士をってやるエネルギー波も同時に放ったちょっとナミちゃん味方まで殺す気
Just look at this crap. It's like they took all the unfunny scenes out of your average slice of life and recreated them via Yandere's simulator. Ugh. So much for this animation style taking several steps forward. Number 1. Fist of the Blue Sky ReGenesis. How did this insult to Kenshiro's legacy land itself 2 bloody seasons? Combining all the worst aspects of anime in 2018, including terrible CGI animation and poor pacing, what should have been a return to form for the Hokuto Shinken master turned out to be one great big disappointment. How are we supposed to enjoy a crazy macho fight scene when we can even see the lines where the character models were cropped? Kasumi Kenshiro might take the crown for having the biggest neckline of any anime character this year, but his series is nothing more than a colossal waste of time. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.